Walling out Wednesday, take one. Yes, sir. What's good, so y'all know who it is, man. Your favorite trucker. I'm back, man, reporting live from the grid on this Walling Out Wednesday. Hope you guys having a fantastic start to your day, because I know I am. Let me first start off by saying God is God all the time is number one. Number two, man, it's Walling Out Wednesday, so you know I gotta drop some gems on you for the one time, man. And today, man, it's a little bit of insight, it's a little bit of storytelling, and it's a little bit of continuing the part two of the back to school summer mindset. Part two, you know what I'm saying? And today, man, it's for this video right here, man, it's for all my incoming freshmen, student and student athletes, man. I know this week school has started for some, but not all, and you still got time to kind of shape out how you want the fall semester to go. You know what I'm saying? And man, all honesty, for the ones that I met in the gym over the summer, continue to do that. That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Continue to stay in the gym, because you know that college will provide some stressors, some anxieties, at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's already a given. At some point it's going to provide those things, and going to the gym just gives you another outlet in doing so. You know, just keep that momentum, keep that going, man, because it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And for all that who know my story, it's going to be a refresher course, but the ones that don't know, this is the part where the real emphasis on this video will come into play, about for as creating and setting some realistic goals and expectations for the fall semester. You know what I'm saying? Having something to look forward to for the 5 months, 6 months, or if you're in a winter mini semester, or if some colleges do the quarter system. You know what I'm saying? However that may go, apply to you. But setting some realistic goals and expectations for the fall semester. And, you know, as a senior in high school, me and several of my teammates, we got listed as juniors our senior year. And I know what you're thinking, like, man, how the hell does that happen? Life be life, and man, things happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody's got a story to tell, a story to share if they're willing to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to me and several of my teammates. Unfortunately, you know, it kind of put us behind the 8 ball. Really didn't know exactly what to do, you know, how to go about it. But, you know, we all figured it out to the best of our ability at that time. You know what I'm saying? And so we were already behind the 8 ball for us, trying to figure out what the next steps were. You know, our expectation of what college could be. And it's just like, damn, we got to deal with this already? You know what I'm saying? Off the rip, we got to deal with some BS. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, junior college was my only option. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, being a qualifier, you know, qualifiers coming out of high school and junior college really don't mix. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fall through the crack unless something really drastic, traumatic happens. And, you know, unfortunately, something drastically and traumatic did happen. You know what I'm saying? Having to go through that at that time. And like I said, junior college was the only option. And once I got to junior college, and understanding what had transpired at the time, I didn't really set no realistic expectations or goals. And the only goal, as foolish as it sounds, but that was my mindset at the time, because it felt like, you know, why is this happening to me? Because I was questioning everything. I was questioning God. I was questioning my faith. I was questioning everything. You know what I'm saying? And so many people, you know, now I wouldn't say so many people. There were a lot of older guys at the time that tried to refocus, you know, me, and try to do to the best of their ability. And I really do appreciate them for trying. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on the person. You can tell a person all day long they need to do this, they need to do that, but it's up to that person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it gets to a point where it's too late, where we've done touched the fire and been burnt, over and over and over again. And my only goal at that time, my freshman year, was I'm going to know everybody on campus. And I did. After the fall semester, I knew everybody on campus. But that wasn't a realistic goal. It wasn't a realistic expectation, for as like making good grades, meeting these kind of friends, associating myself with this, creating these type of good habits. And I didn't create any good habits. You know what I'm saying? It was just, like I said, I was just questioning my faith, everything. You know what I'm saying? I was still going to show up and do my part, but in a sense, but I was visible, but I wasn't, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, but I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what happened. You know what I'm saying? And from there on, I fell into a depression for a long time, man. And without even realizing it, you know what I'm saying? And doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. But by the grace of God, I was able to see the day of light again. I just had this black cloud that was hanging over me that I created, you know what I'm saying? And not realizing that I created it, you know what I'm saying? And not realizing that, and, and just not paying attention to the signs and really just taking certain things for granted. I'm just here so I don't get fined type of mentality, because life was life, and man, but to make a long story short, I just didn't set any realistic goals for the semester. And that's my advice to all the incoming freshmen, student and student athletes, man. Create some realistic goals for yourself, man, for the fall semester, man. And just take a moment, jot down a few things, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself first and think about something that's realistic, that's attainable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're going to allow yourself to wallow in that self-pity, be frustrated, let the fear just run rapid, and, let your curiosity just take over to another place that you don't even really want to tap into. You know what I'm saying? Don't even cross that bridge if you ain't got to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just got to create those daily reminders for yourself. You got to pray for that daily empowerment, man, because it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a struggle. But what ain't a struggle? What ain't have its frustrations, those things, when you're really trying to put forth the work ethic and do good for yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's all worth it at the end, man. It's all worth it at the end. You just got to set aside some time and just write down some realistic goals, man, for real. But, like I said, just make a long story short, just write them down, man. Take some time and write that down, man. And just watch the trajectory of your life change, man. Just saying, feel good about yourself, feel better about yourself, your outlook, your whole, just everything, whole being will just change, man. Just do that. You know what I'm saying? But as I always say, man, a belief in yourself plus the mindset you can do it is a contagious behavior for success. Start small, stay consistent, and trust your gut instincts. And just remember, I'm just an imaginary little brother giving you advice, outlast the average, and take everything to the bloodstream. To the next episode.